Have you ever wondered how to draw a super realistic eye? It's certainly an art form that commands attention, but with a few tips and tricks, you too can master this skill. Today, we'll demystify the process, breaking it down into easy-to-follow steps. First, start by sketching a circle. This shape will become the eyeball, the base of your drawing. Remember, no eye is perfectly round, so feel free to add a bit of an oval touch to it. Next, draw a smaller circle within the first. This creates the iris, the part of the eye that holds the color. Again, don't be afraid to give it a slightly irregular shape for more realism. Now, within the iris, draw an even smaller circle. This will become the pupil, the dark center of the eye. Then, create a tiny circle at the top of the pupil. This little detail is the reflection of light, a crucial element that adds depth and life to the eye. At this stage, you've set up the basic structure. Now comes the fun part: shading. Start by lightly shading the iris. Use a gradient effect, making it darker towards the edge and lighter towards the pupil. This gives the eye depth and dimension. Next, darken the pupil. This should be the darkest part of your drawing. Now shade around the eyeball to create the eyelid. Remember, the skin around the eye isn't flat, so your shading should reflect that. Then add some fine lines radiating from the pupil to the edge of the iris. These details mimic the texture of the iris and add to the realism. Finally, sketch in the eyelashes. Remember, they're not just straight lines, but have a slight curve to them. And there you have it, a super realistic eye. To recap, you started with a circle for the eyeball, added a smaller circle for the iris, and an even smaller one for the pupil. You added a tiny circle for the reflection of light, then moved on to shading. You shaded the iris with a gradient effect, darkened the pupil, and shaded around the eyeball to create the eyelid. You added fine lines in the iris for texture, and finished with the eyelashes. With these simple steps, you've transformed a blank canvas into a lifelike eye. The beauty of art lies not only in the final product, but in the journey of creation. So enjoy each step, each stroke of the pencil, and each moment of artistic exploration. Until next time, keep drawing, keep exploring, and keep creating.